This week's all-new episode of The Flash was called King Shark, and it picks up right where last week's very emotional finale left off. The team is still reeling from their experiences in Earth 2 and the loss of their friend Jay Garrick. Caitlin especially takes it very hard, as this is her second lover to die more or less right in front of her very eyes. Cisco in particular worries that this newest brash of tragedy could possibly push her over the edge and turn her into Killer Frost. It's an interesting idea to play with for sure, but one you just know they won't pull the trigger on. Also, Cisco doesn't doubt himself, even though Reverb was arguably the most evil and most powerful one they ran into on Earth 2 who wasn't Zoom. Now with the title like King Shark, I shouldn't have to tell you this episode features his return. We all thought he was dead, but no, he was just being held captive by Argus, who hoped to turn him into a weapon. And you know what? Say whatever you want about the new superhero movies and TV shows coming out. Batman v Superman might be good, Daredevil's coming soon, but you know what? Flash is going to be hard to beat for a while. You know why? Because it had a giant shark man in human pants. Hey, Deadpool is breaking box office records. Yeah, well, fuck off, look at the Shark Man. If you couldn't tell, Joel is a big fan of King Shark. This show also got pretty damn ballsy when it came to showing off King Shark in the light, you know, not using the dark to mask the creature effects like they've done before. His motivation isn't exactly anything Shakespearean. He wants to kill Barry Allen the Flash pretty much because that's what he was doing before, even after he gets filled in on the fact that Zoom and the breaches are no longer an issue. Perhaps it would have been more interesting to see King Shark give up his pursuit and try and do something else, but hey, then you wouldn't have had the awesome fight at the end. Obviously, Argus being involved means we get a pretty sizable cameo from Diggle and his wife in this episode. What can I really say about Diggle that hasn't been said before? He's maybe the only Arrow character who doesn't piss me off. Diggle does what Diggle do, and that's really all I could ask for. Then again, it does get kind of annoying when they have to stop the show every couple minutes and be like, man, Felicity, she's great, isn't she? Man, Ollie, he sure does love to brood, doesn't he? King Shark was also an episode that was filled with plenty of mini-plots. First, there was Barry, who feels uncomfortable with Iris and Joe, knowing how one of them died on the alternate Earth. This gives Grant Gustin yet another chance to show off his monologue chops and crying on command. This guy really does know how to pull the heartstrings when he wants to. Then there's Wally, who's upset because he thinks the family loves Barry more than him. Apparently no one thought to sit him down and regale the young lad with Barry's origin story. Jerk Wally is definitely a tough pill to swallow, but I can say he's getting a little better each episode. Lastly, there's the now world-displaced Jessie reconnecting with her father to work on science stuff for Team Flash. It's short and sweet, and I hope to see their interplay highlighted more in future episodes, especially if they plan on turning her into the TV show version of Jessie Quick. Now, to defeat King Shark, the Flash will need to take to the seas, and while I was really excited at the prospect of our speedster hero needing to fight a bad guy who could swim faster than he could run, it never really came up again. Barry quite literally runs circles around the guy. Oh well, it was still pretty cool, even if these stills don't exactly do it justice. In summation, King Shark was a pretty mixed bag of an episode, but I'm going to say it leaned more towards the good side. We get a villain who I honestly never thought I would ever see in live action. Heroes grappling with some of the more complicated issues that arise from Earth hopping. And oh, did I mention a shark in human pants? Because this episode had a shark in freaking human pants. I can't stress that enough. I would give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. And as far as the stinger goes, I genuinely don't want to spoil anything. I was surprised, and if I had to guess, I'm going to say this whole multiple Jay Garricks thing is the end result of some sort of time travel shenanigans, but I guess we'll have to tune in next week to find out for certain. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.